Suppose you win the Publishers Clearinghouse $10 million sweepstakes. The money is paid in equal annual installments of $333,333.33 over 30 years. If the appropriate discount rate is 5%, how much is the sweepstakes actually worth to you? So here we are trying to determine the value of this prize to us today. What the company that is giving this prize has done is basically take that $333,333.33 and then multiply it by 30 years and told you that it is worth $10 million. So here we know that the value of money changes with time, and so we're looking to find how much the prize is worth to us today using time value of money estimations. The 5% that we are using here is the discount rate, and it is a reflection of changes in inflation and risk for the next 30 years, and we will use it to determine the value of these cash flows to us today. So here we're trying to determine the present value. So we're trying to know how much the prize is worth to us today. So this is the word today is an indication that this is a present value question. This is also an ordinary annuity question, because you're not told anything about when you're getting the money each year. So the assumption here is that you are getting the money at the end of each year. The assumption is always you're getting the money at the end of the period, unless you're told otherwise. So here we're trying to determine the present value of an ordinary annuity. We know that the present value of an ordinary annuity is basically PV equals to C times 1 minus 1 over 1 plus R to the power T over R. So this is the formula that we are using, and we need to identify our variables to be able to plug them into this formula. So C is the cash flow every period, and in this case is the 333,333.33. The R is the interest rate, and here in this case it is 5%. So the interest rate is always quoted at as an annual number unless you're told otherwise. And so R is 5% per year, or 0.05, because we input it into the formula as a decimal. T here is 30 years. If you notice, all of these variables have the same frequency. The cash flow that you're getting it every year. The interest rate that you're using is a yearly interest rate. The T that you're using is also a yearly number. So the C, really the cash flow, determines the frequency of the interest rate and the T that you are going to be using. And here all we have to do is plug in our variables. So this means that PV equals to 333,333.33. Then you open bracket times 1 minus 1 over 1 plus the interest rate of 0.05. So 0.05 to the power of 30 divided by 0.05, and then you close the bracket. And now we are ready to just calculate. If you're using the financial calculator, then you can just first start calculating the numbers between brackets. So in this case, we're going to start with 1 plus 0.05 to the power 30. We inverse that. We use it as a negative number. We add 1, and then we divide by 0.05 and multiply by 333,333.33. Okay, so this is what we will be doing. So 1 plus 0.05. Here we need to raise it to the power of 30, so to the power of 30. And we need to inverse that, so inverse. And then we use it as a negative number, so negative plus 1. And then we divide by 0.05. Now we have the number that is in between brackets. So now we can just multiply by 333,333.33. And this gives us a present value of 5,124,150.29. So this is how much this annuity is worth to us today. So it's not really 10 million, it's about 5 million. Still, it's free money, so it's great, but it's just the accurate value of this price is actually a little over 5 million. So here we write PV equals to 5,124,150.29. We can also get this number using the financial calculator. So the first thing that we need to do is just clear our work. So or clear any time value of money calculations that you've done before. So second FV, second CEC, and now you're ready. That 333,333.33, that is your payment. So that's a cash inflow, and we input it as a positive number. So 0.33 is the PMT, 5 is the I over Y, T is 30, so 30 is T or is N. And then you compute PV, and we have found the same thing. The present value is 5,124,150.29.